Alfie, you know what? Ang dami kong binabayaran na mga expenses. And I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Mababa yung sahod ko. And my income is enough to pay those expenses. And I don't have enough money to allocate to savings and investment.
Hello, and welcome to Simpleng Podcast, a passion project of 𝗦𝗦Malism Ph. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Come on and let's join us in designing a simple and meaningful life. Get rid of sheets and focus on what's giving value to our lives.
Hi everyone! Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Alfie, the founder and content creator of 𝗦𝗦Malism Ph. And for this episode, this is episode 5 of Simpleng Podcast. And I would love to share to you guys some of the reasons why we are having a hard time to start our personal finance. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe this YouTube channel. And if you are listening here in Spotify, follow us. I would love also to hear from you on what could be the reasons why most of young adults nowadays are having a hard time to start their personal finance. And if you're new here, basically we talks about topics under minimal living, personal finance, and self-development, and that could help us on designing a simple and meaningful life, getting rid of those sheets and focus on what's giving value to our life. And if you're ready, I'm excited to share with you guys the things that I got on sa mga social medias, the reasons why most of young adults having hard times in doing or starting their journey towards personal finance. Okay? To start with, millennials or young adults like most of us are often blamed for the lack of financial security and financial independence. And it's very simple to see why from the outside. But do you really agree? Or you cannot say something because this whole thing is true? We call it Millennial Dramas. People call it to those adults who have many alibis in starting their journey towards personal finance. I remember back then when my friend told me, Alfie, you know what? Ang dami kong binabayaran na mga expenses. And I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Mababa yung sahod ko. And my income is enough to pay those expenses. And I don't have enough money to allocate to savings and investment. You know what I said to her? I agree. Because you know what? People in my circle also have the same scenario as yours. And even in even myself, honestly. And this is something, and this is one distinguishing alibis or dramas why most of us young adults are having a hard time to start our journey towards personal finance. So in this episode, I posted in social medias, in my Instagram, Facebook, even in others Facebook group that talks also about personal finance. Since in our Facebook page, we don't have enough people who engage in our social medias, and I hope we grow as a tribe. And if you want to join our community, I will link down below the Moneymalism Ph Tribe. We talks about intentional living, simple living, personal finance, and we also talks about business too, and self-development. So if you want to join in our community, just go to Facebook, the Moneymalism Ph Tribe, or I will put a link down in the description box below. Okay, this is a special episode that I love doing because I wanted to know others' point of view on why they are having a hard time to do their personal finance thing or to start their savings and investment habits. Because with those reasons that we collect, we come up with solutions, or pwede din tayong matuto sa mga point of view, or somehow we can relate sa mga point of view ng other young adults like us with regards to this kind of topic. So I asked in social media about this thing. So I got 70+ answers from you guys, and thank you so much for your point of view. From posting these comments, we got 70+ answers from you guys, from your different point of views about this topic, and I picked 10 comments that I think that is timely and relevant in today's setting or in today's time natin. I am reading now yung mga comments na pinadala nyo sa amin, and very interesting yung mga sagot nyo. Iba't iba kayo ng point of view, and for this episode, pumili lang kami ng 10 reasons ng mga adults that we think that this is timely and relevant nowadays. So to begin with, let's start for the reason number 1. And we're not gonna mention their name for security purposes and privacy of those peoples. And her reason why she is having a hard time to start her personal finance is, sabi niya, to begin with, we weren't taught on how to handle our own finances. I do agree with her because hindi naman tayo tinuruan nung bata tayo. Even in school, wala tayong curriculum about financial education. So, I do agree with her. But as we grow old, we have the power, or we should have those initiative to grab or to learn a lot about financial thingy. Pangalawang reasons na pinili namin is that, ayan, so sabi niya, low yung salary rate sa Pinas, and financial literacy sa Pinas is hindi widespread knowledge. Andun na din yung tendency na mag-splurge hanggang naging lifestyle na until we grow old. Here in the Philippines, yung financial literacy, as I've said a while ago, hindi ito natututunan in the four corners of our classroom. Hindi tayo tinuruan ng ating magulang kahit yung simpleng pagsisave lang ng pera sa ating baon. So, I myself also, walang ganong scenario sa buhay na tinuruan about simple financial thing act. And as we grow up also, we learned a lot, and we receive our first paycheck. Most of us, meron tayong ganitong mindset na I myself also had this before. Diba? Ang daming mga manok. Had this before na pinaghirapan ko naman tong income na to. So, I would enjoy this one, and I have the power to spend this one without thinking our future, without thinking to save or invest the money. So, number 3 na reasons na kinuha namin, sabi niya dito, walang disiplina like me. So inaamin niya na wala siyang disiplina when it comes to handling money. Hirap i-maintain yung budget na ginawa dahil din sa masasarap na pagkain at bigla ang bilhin sa bahay / sasakyan. So, I'm assuming na meron siyang sasakyan na mini-maintain. So, when it comes to discipline, it's kind of personal na lang sa atin if we apply it to ourselves. If we have this mindset na when it comes to discipline, it's our own thing. It's in our mind. It's in our mindset. If sasabihin natin na mahirap mag-budget, yung brain natin ipoprocess na mahirap talagang mag-budget. Probably it applies to all aspect of life, diba? If sasabihin natin yung bagay na mahirap, hindi natin kaya, hindi talaga natin kaya and hindi natin gagawin yung bagay na gusto man natin gawin, right? So, yun. That's only my point of view, guys. And I don't know, you can comment down below your reasons, your point of view. Kung ano yung mga reasons nyo on why you have the difficult to start saving money. Okay. Number 4 na kinuha namin, meron siyang 3 points or 3 reasons why she is having a hard time. So, number 1 na point niya is, sabi niya, most of us were subconsciously brainwashed negative about finances. Bata pa lang tayo, sinasabihan na tayo na mahirap kitain ng pera, di natin afford yan, di tayo mayaman, hanggang dito na lang tayo. Katulad din ng reason ng ating ng pangatlong reason natin when it comes to discipline and those negative mindset na in-instilled sa atin nung bata pa tayo na hindi natin afford yan, hindi tayo mayaman. So as we grow old, and I think most of you napaprocess na sa atin yung mga words na yon, yung mga negative mindset na in-instill sa atin, and somehow we can use this one as a tool on how we can find reason, on how we can find solution kung paano tayo kikita ng pera, kung paano natin i-afford yung bagay na gusto natin, and also on how we can build our wealth. Her number 2 point here is most of us walang access sa financial education, di naturuan sa school pati sa bahay. Yes, I do agree na hindi tayo naturuan sa school pati sa bahay. But I disagree na wala tayong access sa financial education.